Hello, Milestone. I'm Jed Williams with Hagan Realty, and if you're living or looking in Germantown, there is no better place to keep up with what's going down in real estate than right here. Now, usually, I start these videos with a deep dive into the last 30 days, but since we've just wrapped up the year, we're going to zoom out and take a look at the big picture. The 2025 year in review for Milestone. Now, let's get moving. In 2025, we saw 14 new single-family home listings hit the market in Milestone. Now, if that sounds like a lot, it's actually an insanely low number, considering there are 619 single-family homes in Milestone. To put that another way, that's a 2.25% turnover rate, which doesn't really mean anything who isn't a stats super geek, but it does imply that Milestone homeowners would be staying for 44 years between moves. Now, the first home in Milestone was only built 34 years ago. And it's half the number of listings we saw in 2021. So yeah, insanely low turnover. It gets even worse when you look at the fact that only 10 homes sold here in 2025. Now, they ranged in price from $710,000 all the way up to $950,000. Half of them managed to get more than their asking price, which is pretty impressive. That's 2.5 times the rate for the rest of Germantown, which makes sense when you factor in that homes here took an average of just 16 days to go under contract, which is considerably faster than Germantown's average of 28 days. And homes tend to sell for a bit less the longer they've been on the market. Not always, but usually. Another area where Milestone outpaced the Germantown market was the listing failure rate. Only one Milestone listing failed last year, a failure rate of just 9%, just under half the rate for Germantown as a whole. So Milestone homes were selling better, faster, and for a bit more money than the rest of Germantown. It's just that no one here wants to sell. Now, in Germantown as a whole, volume was also way down. There were 790 home sales in Germantown last year, down from 830 in 2024, and half of what we saw back in 2021. And on top of that, prices have cooled. The year started with prices increasing, slowly, but increasing. But they peaked back in February, and since then, prices in our area have fallen by 2.1%. Now, that might not sound like much, but let's translate that into real money. The median home price in Milestone is $775,000, so a 2.1% drop in prices is $16,000 in lost equity since February. Now, prices do seem to be leveling off a bit, but I personally don't think they've hit bottom yet. Milestone homeowners aren't the only ones outperforming the market, though. In 2025, my team closed 123 transactions. Now, this stat is admittedly harder to track, but I'm pretty sure that makes us the highest volume team in Germantown. Not only did we sell more homes than anyone else, we got better results than everyone else. While the average home here took 28 days to sell, our average days on market was 11. Our listings closed for 100.7% of list price. That's 2.4% above the average in our markets. And at the same time, we negotiated an average discount of 3.8% off the price for our buyers. That's 2.1% better than the average agent in our markets. And then there's the stat that nobody else talks about, the listing failure rate. For most agents, it's an outright embarrassment. But for us, this is where Hagan Realty really shines. Now, Milestone's 9% failure rate is spectacular. But across the DMV, 1 in 4 homes listed by other agents failed to sell, a 25% failure rate. Hagan Realty's failure rate was just 3.5%. We are 7 times more likely to get you to the finish line. So higher prices, better negotiation, faster time to contract, more accurate pricing, and 7 times more likely to sell than our competition. When it comes to Germantown, there's Hagan Realty, and then, well, really, you probably just shouldn't sell. And those are just a few of the reasons why we ended the year with 288 straight, perfect, 5-star ratings from our clients. And that is the stat I am most proud of. So if you're looking to make a move in Germantown, or if you know a friend or neighbor looking anywhere in the DMV, don't leave it to chance. Give me and my team a call. I'm Jed Williams with Hagan Realty, and Milestone, you'll be moved.